Annette, Tammy. What's up,
Good
everybody?
morning. Good morning, everybody. My voice is still trying to play tricks, but I'm good.
No worries.
Good.
Diane crushed it on the call last night. That's how you tell your
Oh,
story. I'm like, you usually have to like interview someone, but Diane,
hmm
I just gave it to you and you just ran with it. I'm like, that was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like that's something you would do on a stage, honestly. Like that's like a stage where,
Oh, thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Well, hey, I'm learning from the best.
It's an honor.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
You got it, of course. Daryl, hello. What's up, guys? Hey,
Hey,
Joanne. Daryl.
James.
Hey.
James, on the call this morning, they were
Yeah.
talking about the update where the booklet could be found on the boards. Do we
Yeah.
have the new booklet on the
We
boards?
do. Check under boards, under customer, what is it? More product info. And we have it.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
also in your share app now. So if you guys haven't seen um, the new pamphlet for the Slenderize booklet, it's so good. Oh my gosh, who here's seen it? Give me a wave or put a one in the comments if you've seen it yet. Awesome. If not, it's going to resell you on how amazing our program is. Like, number one, they took out one gripe. If you've ever experienced this, is they used to say you needed a 1250 calorie diet. And it's like, no, like that's never been the case, but it's annoying. And it's like, of course you're going to lose weight if you're on 1250. Well, we don't do that, you know? So they took that out. And yeah, tip, it looks good. You're like, dang, I want to do this now. So I think those should be in print in February-ish, something like that. Hey, Angie.
Hey, good morning.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
What's up, guys?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Isn't that nuts? First Friday of 2024.
Hey, James. Good
Yeah.
morning, everybody. Is the new presentation that they were talking about on the IPA call in our boards?
Not the
I
presentation.
did. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Right.
Okay, I looked.
That's a different thing. I think Coach Palmer and
Okay.
they have some type of presentation. But yeah.
Okay, thanks. I looked and I could not find it though. Just wanted to double check. Thanks.
Yeah. Yep. You
And
got
I'm
it.
looking for the booklet,
Yeah.
and it's
It's
not
there.
in the more products
It
information.
is.
Maybe you need to refresh your boards, Joanne.
So how do you do that?
Just pull down on your screen. It should
Okay.
refresh it.
Yes. Or check in your share app. It is there. But hey, guys,
Okay.
let's kick this day off. Let me start out with
Idea.
announcements. But happy Friday. Good morning. Welcome to day 4 of the Warrior Movement Miracle Morning. And how are you guys feeling? Put it on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being amazing, 1 being, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm here right now. First week in life and in business and in everything, it's about dialing in your routines, dialing in your habits, right? So congrats on just making it through this week. And don't worry, like habits take some time to build, at least 21 days, if not more. That's how we're going to do this. But a couple of announcements before we get into today is number one, today is the deadline to be able to get down what's called the 10 and 2. All right. I know it's that day. It's a day to wrap things up. It's stressful. It's exciting. It's thrilling and everything. Shout out to Gwen. She was able to wrap this up yesterday. Huge deal. And we're seeing so many people right around the corner wrap this up too. Diane and Carol also just wrapped this up as well. So you heard Diane on our call yesterday, rocked it there. Huge congratulations to Diane. And also Carol Thomas was able to wrap this up. And I just wanted to express how amazing this is because this means each of them have blessed at least 10 customers and enrolled at least 2 partners. They're duplicating their business. They're making at least an extra $500 a month, which is nice as a side thing. But you start to duplicate this, it'll become something so much more. So today, if that is on your goal list, this is the day. All right, to wrap it up. If you're super committed to wrap this up, there's still time. Absolutely don't quit, right? But put VIP in the chat if you're committed to wrapping it up and excited. I already know there's going to be a lot of people to do this. Now, I also want to address real quickly, there's going to be some of us where we fall short. And that's the reality of it, right? You wanted it. You have serious intention. Talk to you real quick because intentions do matter. You're either going to win or you lose. But I've had times in my business that I wanted something really bad and I missed the mark too. And I'll tell you, those became my most transformational experiences in my life because it tests your attitude on what you want, right? When we lose, do we lose like a sore loser? Like, it's not for me. This thing don't work. I'll just give up on this. Oh, I suck. Or is it this feeling of, man, I wanted it. I was so close and yet so far. But what do I need to do to get better? How do I need to attack it the next time? If you treat it like that, this will grow you. And imagine you're never going to miss something like this ever again. So I hope that's your attitude. If you're committed to a strong attitude, whether you're winning or learning through this one, put a 1 in the comments below. Super important. And the best way to get that attitude down, I love seeing that. The best way to get this attitude down, we got to get back in the saddle, get back and get trained. Tomorrow's academy is a must. This must be our biggest launch. This is time to talk and re-engage all of your partners, because we're going to be going through our round 2 of our mapping out your miracle year, specifically in your partner co-business. How do the promotions work? How do you scale 10 and 2? How do you actually dial in this business to get the income goals that you want to have? You don't want to miss that, but more importantly, you don't want your partners to miss it, and it's going to be amazing. We're also going to highlight all of your guys' stories, so it's going to be great. But with that said, I'm going to bring up our hostesses of the hour, Pia and also Angie. Can we just give them a big round of applause, by the way, for just doing such an amazing job so far? It's been blessing so many people. Pia, I got this message yesterday. Someone that is not even in the team yet saw, because we're live streaming this, right? It's like we have a playlist out and everything. She's like, wow, I'm going to use that Savers thing. She's a business owner. She's going to be in the team soon, by the way. But she's like, she was doing a coaching call yesterday night. She's like, because of what Pia said, I'm going to be actually talking about this in my training. So super valuable. But way to go, guys.
Yay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, happy Friday, everyone. I appreciate that feedback. Hello, bestie, partner in crime.
Good morning.
You recognize my outfit?
I do. I noticed it right away.
Anything that I have related to anything shopping wise, Angie was involved. But this is my superpower, affirmation. The closest thing I felt like was like a cape.
No, you look stunning. I noticed it right away.
So I'm dressed for affirmations today. And also, guys, this is going to be a hands-on day. So I hope you have your journals in front of you. I hope you have your phones or whatever you're using. And honestly, I hope you've reflected over the last 4 days. We started out talking about your miracle, God-sized goal. What's your why? You know, we talked about kind of making smart mini goals. And we want to make sure that with the affirmations part of the Savers, that this is going to help you get to where you want to be, right? Whether it's in your business, whatever area you checked off on the wheel of life at the very beginning that you want to achieve. You know, a lot of us are running for the challenge. So health and fitness is an easy one, right? We're running for the VIP, you know, the 10 and 2. So the business goals is a good one, finances in general, or whatever your personal reason is. Your affirmations are going to be so critical to your success. And I'm going to have Angie share hers. And I'm also going to ask if anybody else wants to share in a little bit. But James, if you could bring up the slides for today. I think we only have a couple. I'm sorry. Did I cut you off, Angie?
No, I'm here.
Okay. All right. So basically, really quickly, we're going to go through, you know, why affirmations, why they're important, what are they? And I'm sure you've heard of them. You know, in the book, if you've gotten to that section of the Miracle Morning, if you haven't, no worries. But in the book, when he talks about affirmations, the author talks about how he thought they were a joke. Right. He thought that it was like a Saturday Night Live skit. Right. And that, you know, they weren't really something that, you know, professional or successful people use. They were kind of hokey. Right. Kind of like a joke. And honestly, when you say things like, I'm a millionaire or I'm a billionaire and things like that, it does seem kind of hokey. Because why? Because it's not true, number one, and you don't have the belief in it. Right. So affirmations are critical because It's what we're telling ourselves. It's our self-talk, right? That's so important. But most importantly, it helps us to reprogram our mind and to reinstill a level of belief in ourselves. So we're going to go through an exercise of writing affirmations, and I'm going to talk to you about a couple of different types of affirmations that you might not even be familiar with. Angie's going to share hers. I'm going to share a couple of mine, and then we'll ask if anybody, once we craft ours, wants to share. So the next slide just basically talks about, again, the 4 steps to creating an effective affirmation. And this is the process by which we're going to start to work on, doing the exercise today. But before I have you guys pull out pen and paper, I want to share with you just a quick little story. The reason I think affirmations is my superpower is because I used them before I even knew what they were specifically, right? And I think what's really cool about affirmations and the whole thing of self-talk and the way we communicate to ourselves, I think it's really cool because we do it whether we know it or not, right? If you tell yourself you're a loser or you're never going to be successful in business or you're overweight or you're whatever you say, insert blank, right? You're going to internalize that. So our words matter. We say to ourselves matter. Right. And so the quote here, the way we communicate with ourselves determines the quality of our life. So, but I learned at a really young age when I actually, like as a teenager, I used to think I was kind of like psychic, right? Because I would just say stuff over and over again, and then it would happen, even though I had no reason to believe that it would happen. Like when I saw my husband at age 13 for the first time, I didn't know his name, and I said, that's going to be my husband. Now, you may think that's silly, and that's just a little thing, but my sister and my best friend at the time, they were like, but you don't even know his name. And I said, I know, but God showed me a vision of us old, and that's going to be my husband. And that was 41 years ago. Telling my age there, but that was over 40 years ago where I would say it over and over again through junior high school, college, through his immaturity and my immaturity and, through all of that, right? It was just, this is going to be my husband, right? And lo and behold, it happened. And so that's just a fun one. But I think another one that I kind of joked about at the beginning where we used to say, or I say all the time, randomly, I receive unexpected checks in the mail. That's fun. I say, I am grateful and celebrate each day, every day of my life. And I probably say it about 20 times a day. I am grateful and celebrate each day. Why? Because number one, it's true. I am grateful. Gratitude is such a powerful emotion. And that's an I am affirmation that you can believe. So the first level of affirmations that you'll hear from any kind of guru of the law of attraction or personal development is I ams are the most powerful. So I am in the present tense blank, 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 right? But again, if you don't believe it, it's hard. So saying I am a millionaire when you're not doesn't necessarily resonate. But if you say things that are true, like I am grateful and celebrate each day, that's awesome. And what do I get when I say that? I get more awesomeness. Yeah. I get more great days. I get more celebration. I also say I choose love every day. That's what I say because, it's important to me, good things are always happening to me. So I talk to myself on a regular basis and I do these kind of basic affirmations. Then there's a next level affirmation. And if you have the app, which is not a requirement, but the Miracle Morning app, there's like a level 10 affirmation. And I shared a part of this the other day in, I think on Facebook in our Wellness 360, but one of the ones for achieving level 10 health and fitness or losing weight, it basically talks about what I posted was about the taste only lasts for a few minutes, but the impact of what we put in our mouth, the consequences last a lifetime. Here's the whole affirmation. I realize that achieving level 10 success in every area of my life begins and ends with my health and energy. Maintaining optimal levels of health begins with putting healthy, energizing foods into my body, such as living foods, raw foods, fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds. So I will place more value on the health consequences of the food that I eat than I do on the taste. Since the taste only lasts for a few moments, but the consequences impact every area of my life and last lifetime. I love that. I love that so much. I'm trying to internalize that because, so many people, I got the yuck face on my post yesterday with all the vegetables because, people don't like to eat healthy foods. But you know what? Guess what? I'm going to have great results at the end because I'm thinking about my health and my long-term consequences. And so that's a level 10 affirmation. Now, the one that we're going to go through the exercise today, and James, if you would flip the slide one last time, please, is I think that one of the most powerful ones, and I'm going to have Angie share hers, but this is the one that the slide before is referencing. It's so important to put the I am with a commitment that to be true, that ties to your why, that ties to your goal. So what we're going to do and what you guys are going to do now, put pen to paper. I mentioned this the other day, so some of you have already done it. I know Joanne did it and she shared it with me. I know Angie has done it, but I am committed to blank. I am committed to, losing 30 pounds. I'm committed to building a 6-figure business, whatever your goal is, so that blank, your why, you can, have health and energy so that you can support your family by a certain, date, by doing certain things at a certain time, at a certain frequency. So that's a mouthful. So I'll say it again. So what action are you going to do? What are you committed to doing on a daily basis or a weekly basis? And what is the frequency and the time frame by which you want to accomplish that? So I've had Angie go through and do this and reframe. She's obviously had affirmations. Angie, do you mind sharing with us what your commitment affirmations is?
Sure. So mine is I am 100% committed to building a 6-figure business. This is deeply meaningful to me because I want Anissa, my daughter, to not be burdened with student debt. I want to be financially viable in my golden years. I want to travel and live my most blessed life possible. To ensure this, I will follow through. I will feed my business with unfailing follow through each and every day and be coachable and accountable to my team.
Amazing. Amazing. That's very powerful, Angie. And it's a lot of words, but if you writing them down is so powerful. And what I recommend is also writing them every day. Don't just say them or read it in, one time, right? Like every morning when you're doing the A part of your savers, you want to make sure that you are writing it down, right? Because again, it's just going to be another way of reprogramming that subconscious. Now, this is not by any means a requirement, but if anybody wants to share or has their affirmation that they want to share, that's kind of similar or in this format or something that's worked for you, please say so in the comments. I don't know how to unmute you, but maybe James can. But does anyone want to share any of their affirmations? I'm asking for a volunteer. Anyone?
Joanne raised her hand.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll share and hopefully I'll get feedback on them. Okay. Okay. I've got 2 goals. My number 1 goal is I am 100% committed to building a 7-figure income in my health and wellness business. This is important to me because I want to be an example to my children, grandchildren, and family. The income is needed in order to purchase the home of my dreams, knowing that I was able to accomplish this and no one can take it from me. In order to do this, I have to be the best me, health, financial, and emotional. I am committed to wake up at 4 a.m. each morning to spend the first part of my day with savers. Following the final step of scribing, I will continue my routine of walking 2 to 3 miles. Each day I will complete an activity that will assist in reaching my goal. I commit to A, daily IPA calls, B, mastering the DMO for my business, C, find local networking groups in my community, such as Chamber of Commerce, BNI, and D, sending out 20 invites daily.
Whoa.
Wow.
And I've been doing it.
Yay! I love it. And now, Joanne, just quickly, do you say that out loud and rewrite it every day? How are you
I say
interpreting?
it out loud. I have not been rewriting it. So I'm
Okay,
going to start doing that.
okay,
I
awesome.
say it out loud and the weight loss one I say out loud as well. And then I expect to receive unexpected money in the mail.
Ah, I love it. Love it. I
That
love
part right there, that part.
So
Love
I
it.
do. I mean, is there
funny
any?
because they so funny because it's so real how it works. It's like it's actually checks in the mail where I really should start saying like money in my bank account because we're in the direct deposit era. But I mean, when I say this so long, it's actually literally always a physical check in the mail. So that's awesome. But I think in wrapping this up, I think for those of you who have written your affirmations today or take the time after this call to do it and commit to saying them and writing them every day, I think you'll notice that a really big impact to your not only to your business but to your daily to your daily life and how you embrace each and every day. It definitely puts your mindset at a good place to start the day, and it reinforces your commitment to your goals every single day, and I think that's the most important. And with that, I think the last slide is the homework for the weekend, because with the miracle morning, you don't get breaks. The idea is that we do it every single day. We do the savers. And so we won't be meeting. I mean, we'll be meeting in Academy, but we won't be meeting at 8 o'clock for the miracle morning. So over the weekend, if you haven't, this is pretty much the only reading assignment I'm going to give you. But if you haven't read chapter 6 and 7, and that's in the physical book, it might be slightly different online or on Kindle. Just read over the savers chapter and then the 6 minute miracle morning chapter if you get a chance this weekend. And I think it'd be fun if you guys start posting little snapshots like accountability posts. Since we won't be together on Saturday and Sunday, I'd love to see you post on Facebook. Either your Joanne can post the sunrise or her being up before day, right?
Exactly. 4 a.m. Good grief. That's
She calls it
great.
the morning. Anytime before the sun rises is now called the dark morning. So you could take pictures of the dark morning or the sunrise, or picture of yourself with your stuff laid out for your miracle morning. I've seen some of you post pictures with your book, but it'd be nice to do a little accountability posts over the weekend if you wouldn't mind sharing in the Warrior Movement group your journey.
That'd be
Okay.
great. And one thing too, Pia, what do you think about this? I think a cool assignment is to have people post their affirmations in the group. What do you think about that?
I love it. I love that. Yes.
So
Everyone to share and we can, learn from each other. That'd be great.
we'll post up a flyer and a post with that today, and then just comment below with that. And then like Joanne's, for example, and amazing.
Awesome. Well, that's it for me. And I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow in Academy. And I hope you have an awesome, awesome rest